Where is home?
We'll find the answer with someone new every Friday night from 9 to 10 with Ina.
And Ruffy.
Homesick at home.
Have you ever felt that way?
Shot City. I'm coming home again.
Good Friday night, evening, everybody. We are here in our studio. This is Homesick at Home evening show on 103.1 Radio Van.
103.1, right?
Yes, with Rafi.
And the lovely Ina MK.
And we have a guest tonight, of course.
As always.
Why won't you introduce our guest, Rafi John?
Yeah, our guest is Andranik, or we can say Andre?
Yeah.
Harutyunyan.
Hello, Andre.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
Good, thank you. You're tired.
You're not too lightheaded?
A little bit. Yeah.
We'll get into that in a little bit, understand why it is that Andre's feeling a little lightheaded.
And this is almost Easter Eve.
Yeah.
What happens on Easter Eve?
Well, everybody paints the eggs.
On the eve, not the almost
well, tomorrow.
on Easter.
It's gonna happen tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
Go to church, bring a candle home, make a tasty rice pilaf with raisins, sit around the table with a family and start to celebrate.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. I'm hungry.
Are you gonna celebrate Easter?
I am. I'm gonna go over to my friend's house. They live in Echmiadzin, and I think they're gonna have a big spread, lots of food. So it's gonna be a great time.
You're gonna have an egg fight.
Yeah.
Have you done that before?
Egg Jiu Jitsu.
Yeah, egg Jiu Jitsu, right?
I have done that before. That's the one where you hold the egg, right? And then you just allow the very top of it to be seen.
Yeah.
And then the other person comes over with their egg and tries to smash the very top.
Right, yeah. Right. And sometimes some people, they take a wooden egg.
No, really?
They cheat. They beat everybody.
I remember my dad told me that once that he actually he made it a very long process. He planned this out thoroughly, and he took an egg, emptied out the insides over a month period, and then filled it in with like glue or something like that, made it like rock hard cement inside that egg.
Yeah, nice ideas.
Yeah, he won that
for
year,
our
for sure.
listeners.
Also, people know how to cook them with a lot of salt and sodium and makes it hard, very hard, the shell. So.
Okay, so these
so
are
you got the
some
secrets
tips
now. Yeah.
From Jiu Jitsu trainer for those who want to keep their eggs hard.
Use a lot of salt.
I would like to remind you to our listeners that they can watch and listen us live right now on www.radiovan.fm and also our Facebook page. So let's get back to our guest.
Yeah.
Tell us about your background first, Andre. Were you born in Armenia?
Yeah. I was born in Armenia, not in Yerevan, in a town called Hrazdan.
Mm-hmm.
It's by Zakhazor, if anybody doesn't know, and grew up over there. Basically went to school and everything like every normal Armenian kid does, and trained. Since I was 6 years old, I went to Judo, and then I started doing karate. Karate was, back in the days, was the thing to do,
Uh-huh.
And those were very hard times to train, because 90s came. I'm born in 1981, so the real time we start training, it was those times we had no electricity.
The dark times.
I think those were amazing years too. Besides being dark and everything else, it was so warm too, warm with humanity.
Yeah, the other side of darkness.
Yeah,
the light side of the darkness.
Was friendship, a lot of friendship, all that.
Yeah, well said.
Yeah.
Right.
And we were training under candles.
Really?
Seriously,
romantic.
It sounds romantic, doesn't it?
in a big school gyms.
Uh-huh.
We had candles lighted up like 10, so it was so dark, and we were doing 3 hours of karate, like from 7, and especially winter time, it was always like cold as hell, so we were training as hard as we can to just get warmed up,
Yeah, I remember running around in the house to get warm.
Yeah.
Everybody was training at that time.
I was going to say,
My
is that the
father-
reason why everyone was
My
trained?
father had a fight with our neighbors from downstairs. We lived in 5th floor, so they're in the 4th floor. So we're running around to warm up. You know, it's cold, winter.
And they were trying to sleep.
Yeah, and they came up, start talking shit, and my father just got pissed off. He got the couch and start banging on the floor. He was like, "Go to sleep now. My kids are cold. You're talking about your comfort over there."
yeah, the true friendship years, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, could you tell a little bit what you do now?
Yeah.
Okay, no, first, can I ask you first, sorry, how did you come up with this idea to start learning the karate and judo, you know? How did it all start?
Back in 90s in Armenia, it was a thing. It was like, you know, it was very popular. People, all the kids used to, it's not like today. Today is very hard to get kids to
Sports.
to gyms to make them train, you know.
It's all because of the phones.
Yeah,
Because
phones,
of the
computers,
gadgets.
stuff like that, you know, like but then it was a thing to be strong. I think it also came because we were in a war. So the strongman hero, that type of, you know, mentality was for the kids. It was like we were seeing our heroes and stuff like that, always hearing about also seeing our neighbors, you know, going over there and not coming back and stuff like that. So everybody wanted to be strong. Okay, and plus you had to go to staying alive for a bread, fight for, you know, for your bread, right?
Very symbolic.
Yeah, every day you have to go and out and do that. And those days we had groups with 300 kids training, bro. You don't see that nowadays. It's impossible to see more than 20-30 people in a gym.
Right.
In any like, even most popular stuff is Aikido, let's say, in Armenia right now, which I call Alisa in Wonderland.
Ooh, the discipline of Aikido?
Yeah.
More about Wonderland when we come back after a music break and advertisement break. Stay tuned. This is Homesick at Home on Radio Van 103.1. Show. Rafi Jan, lavel to navorvel.
Oh, mercy.
Can you translate that in English?
I have no idea what that means.
Okay.
But it cracks me up every time I hear it, though.
Means that now you've made yourself home, like at home.
At
now.
home.
Yeah. So now you're not a stranger anymore for us.
Thank you.
What about you?
Do I feel like a stranger?
Yes.
No,
Okay,
I feel
good,
like I'm at home.
I'm glad to hear that answer every time I ask.
Yeah. She asks me every 20 minutes, you know.
During the advertisement break.
We had guests last year about that. We had guests that never been in Armenia, but they're Armenians, like from America. They're like the toppest guys in Brazilian Jiu Jitsu world. Edwin Najmi and AJ Agazar.
I wish they were here. You
Yeah,
could bring them over.
I wish to. But they'll be here again, so we can arrange something.
Yeah, sure.
You know?
Uh-huh.
And,
Keep that in
and,
mind.
and Edwin.
Nothing better than fighting live on radio.
Self-defense
Yeah,
tips.
and the amazing thing, when they first came, it was so hard to convince them to come to Armenia, like for first time. And when they came,
But when they tried the Armenian barbecue,
and they seen Armenia, they go, bro, I feel like I'm home.
oh, nice.
I feel like I don't know nobody here. I met you guys but he was feeling like he's with his family, his home, because it is your home, bro. It is. Your ancestors died for this land, you know, back I don't know, 1,000 years ago maybe, or 100 years ago, but it's our home.
Yeah, it's somewhere in the blood,
every
right?
single Armenian around the world, like those, how many of us, 12 million or more? Yeah.
More.
Yeah, it's home for every single of them. I
Yeah.
don't. Sometimes people like don't get that it's not only home to a person who was born here, but because being Armenian to me is not being just born. It's about it's
The
spiritual
call of
thing.
blood.
It's Armenia. Armenia is not just a nationality for me. It's just for me it's more like a way of living, a way of that spirit can express himself. Like
It's a way. It sounds like
yeah.
it's a way of life almost.
yeah, it's way of life.
So,
It is.
so you
Go ahead.
you were born and raised here in Armenia.
Yeah.
And then you left. Am I
I
correct?
left,
Yeah.
yeah,
So tell
yeah.
us about that.
Okay, we left to America in 1998. The whole our family will.
The entire family
Yeah,
left.
entire family. We left to America. America is an amazing place. American dream is a true thing, I believe. And I couldn't find myself in America. Okay. So, and I thought long, hard, deep, and decided the life I want to live, I'm not finding there. So I just came back to kind of change my life, to find myself. So, and I was thinking where to go to find yourself, and what else to go in your motherland,
So it was 7 years you were.
Yeah, 7
You lived
years,
there.
and I came back to Armenia. Yeah.
Once we're speaking about home and about missing home, can you describe in 5 words what it's like to be homesick for Armenia?
In 5 words.
Yeah,
Oh.
associative maybe.
Being homesick for Armenia, it's seeing Armenia every single day in your dream. Yeah, every single day.
Is
I
that-
saw
that- and that's how you were
Armenia in
feeling
my
too?
Dream.
Yeah?
Yeah. Every single day, bro. Every single day I woke
What
up.
took you so long? Then
I'm
7 years to
feeling-
come back over here.
I don't know. Having fun, I guess.
He wanted to know what happens at the
Enjoying
end of the
Hollywood.
dream. What
Yeah.
happens?
Enjoying American life,
Yeah. So you didn't feel at home in America. It sounds like.
No.
Do you miss America though,
Uh,
or some? Are there
sometimes,
some
yeah.
things that you-
Sometimes. I mean, America is an amazing place. It has so much opportunities. It gives you so much shit. I don't know, man. Yeah, of course you sometimes you miss some things, especially when your family is over there. At least you miss them.
Yeah.
I mean, at least you miss your like neighborhood, like walking around. You have you have friends over there that you left over there, and So yeah, there's things to miss, but
What are they? Can you name a few things that you miss about America besides the family that is there?
besides the family and friends, what
I
else?
don't know.
Yeah.
McDonald's.
Nah,
It's
I
always
didn't like
food.
McDonald's. I like Mexican food, so
Ah.
yeah, I love Mexican food, so I miss
we
Mexican
have a
food.
certain
Yeah, that's-
statistics about the Mexican food.
Yeah,
Homesickness.
especially small. You go to small places in Mexican neighborhoods. It's amazing, bro. The food is the shit. What else you
I'm
miss
so
about
hungry still, man.
America? yeah, me too. Talking about hungry, bro. I
Do
have
you
an
guys want to
alien.
talk about it?
Yeah, I'm
I feel like
cutting
we
weight.
shouldn't. It's not good. Yeah, like Andre said, he's cutting weight right now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you haven't. What are you? You're on a diet of water and chicken breast or
protein and water, because I'm gonna fight in few days in Abu Dhabi World Pro. It's a world championship,
Wow.
one of the biggest championship in Brazilian Jiu Jitsu.
So
Yeah.
you're gonna represent Armenia?
Yeah, I'm gonna represent Armenia. Me and one amazing, very talented kid, Garo Miribian.
How old is he?
He's 11 years old, I
Oh.
believe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Me and him, we're gonna be only. He's gonna fight in kids world, and I'm gonna fight in adults. Actually, masters. It's over 35 years old, so I'm
Oh,
over 30.
you need to tell Caro that Radio Van is gonna be cheerleading for him.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, by the way, Caro, he fought last year, and he took bronze in words, and he took gold in World Festival. But if he fought in 2 day difference, so he got the gold, and 2 days later he fought in a World Pro, and he got the bronze. So he actually holds the first ever Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu medals for Armenia.
Amazing,
Wow.
so young.
Yeah,
Great.
we have great Armenian champions around the world, but they're born in America or whatever, you know.
So
They're
we
still
will wish
Armenian.
him good luck, and you can pass them on
Of course,
from
yeah.
the entire Radio Van staff.
Yeah. So let's connect the dots here. So when you started off, it was with karate and with
Yeah,
judo here in Armenia.
Yeah, I went to America then,
And then in America, you continued
doing same
Doing the same
karate,
sports, huh?
and I did traditional jiu-jitsu, Japanese jiu-jitsu, under very, very famous, legendary karate master Soke Takayuki Kubota.
I will not.
Yeah.
We'll take your word for it.
Can you repeat that?
Yeah.
Soke
Takayuki Kubota.
Takayuki Kubotu.
He's very well known. He's an old guy right now. He's over 86 years old. I
Wow.
believe.
Is it wrong for me to picture Mr. Miyagi from the Karate Kid right now?
No. He's the real Mr.
He's the real Mr. Miyagi, yeah?
He's the real Mr.
Is there a certain philosophy? Because we see in the movies, you know, that all the martial, the arts have their own philosophy. That,
Of course.
it goes along with the teaching. Well,
Of
not
course.
only physical, but also.
Of course.
mental.
Now I will talk about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. That's what I do right now. I teach Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in Armenia. I practice. I fight Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in tournaments. Only Armenian who ever fought from Armenia, of course, who fought Europeans. And now I'm gonna be only Armenian who gonna fight from Armenia in Abu Dhabi World Pro. So we have Jiu-Jitsu in Armenia for like almost like 6 years. Our federation opened up in 2012. Vahan Tadevosyan is the one who kind of like, you can say he's the pioneer that really put work and established our federation. Great guy. He's a brown belt now under Roberto Atala. Roberto Atala is a very famous Brazilian fighter, Jiu-Jitsu 4th-degree Jiu-Jitsu guy who also fought MMA. He's been an MMA champion, king of the cage and stuff like that. He visited us in 2013 by invitation of Ruben Miribian, who's the head of federation right now. And I got a blue belt then from Roberto, and we were practicing for a few years already, but we didn't have like established like team. But since 2013 we had our team already like officially in Jiu-Jitsu World Federation and stuff like that.
So before that time, there were a few practitioners, a few people that
Yeah.
were doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but it wasn't really like formed as a group
No,
over here
no,
yet.
it wasn't formed. There's still few groups that practice Jiu-Jitsu other than our club, Rio, which is Rio Grappling Club. Rio Grappling Club has 2 schools right now, in which one Vahan teaching, and in one I'm teaching currently. And there's also other schools, other gyms that practice Jiu-Jitsu on their own, like they have their little group.
Yeah. Is it competitive?
Yeah, we just had Armenian nationals first 2 weeks ago. Our guys smashed everybody.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, we just burned through everybody.
So how does that? So does each school have a representative that comes over and they compete? Is that how it works?
We had like 70 guys competing all together. So it's for Armenia, it's huge. It's like big, because wrestling championship, freestyle wrestling championship, it was almost same.
Really?
Yeah.
And that's a well-established.
Yeah, it's Olympic.
Discipline,
It's
yeah.
Olympic discipline. It's like governed like.
I have a question. Do you think this kind of sports is important only for guys?
No, actually, it's more important for the girls than for the guys.
How can we promote this,
Uh,
self-defense
Yeah,
mentality here in
I
Armenia?
even we even had few Brazilian guys come over these years, like only few months ago. Great guy, Brazilian guy. Just put it in the internet that he wanna do some social thing and go to some country where Jiu Jitsu is just starting and teach for free. Only thing he needs is place to stay. That's it. So I told him, come over, bro. Armenia, the greatest place
On earth, yeah.
yeah, on earth. Come over. But it was winter time, so he didn't enjoy Armenia. Can you imagine
should have taken
Brazilian
them to
guy came over
Trafkazor.
this year? And it was the hardest winter I remember ever. So he came here and he was cussing me out every day for like minus 30 every day, and this guy never seen minus 30.
That was a
never seen
growing experience for him.
yeah, but he loved Armenia. He wanna come back and stay here. Actually, he wanna come back and live
Great.
in
See,
Armenia.
even in
Really?
winter, people
Yeah,
fall
a
in love
Brazilian
with
guy wanna come back and live in Armenia. How great is that?
Armenia. Awesome. Andre, we have a special surprise for you and Caro to cheer you up and motivate you for a
Alright.
victory. Stay tuned. This is Homesick at Home. We're here with Rafi and Andre for 45 minutes. And you can always watch us on air on www.radiovan.fm.
Paid my dues time after time. I've done my sentence, but committed no crime. And bad mistakes, I've made a few. I've had my share.
We are the champions. This is dedicated to you, Andre, and
Yes.
to,
Thank you.
and
Yeah.
to your
Current and
students.
future
Will
champions,
be,
yeah?
will be. Of
Yeah,
course.
go
Yeah, that's
and
100%.
conquer.
Yeah.
We're here.
If not this time, next time. If not,
Yeah,
next
sure.
Yeah, but hope
Never
this
give
time.
up, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have your school now, and you're training students in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and you told us you're going to be competing. Next week, right?
Yeah, next week.
And so, how are you preparing for your competition?
Oh, it's a long and hard process, bro. Yeah, with you train twice a day. You restrict everything else. Like you don't do much other things. Like no fun at all. Like only fun you get is when you in a gym and you sparring. That's the only fun I have. Yeah, and also I weight cut right now. I have to weigh 75 kilograms. So usually I weigh 80. So 5 kilos. I have
You
to go
dropped
down.
5 kilos already?
Yeah. I'm on my weight almost like 75.5 right now. So it's very hard.
And how do you do that? How do you drop that much weight?
Okay, you restrict your food, but you don't want to lose muscle, so you eat proper
Proteins,
food.
yeah.
Proteins. You use a lot of protein. And I use a water cut. I load myself with water, lots of water. Right today I already had 2 gallons, which is 8 liters of water. And last 2 days you cut it down all the way to 2 liters. Yeah, half a gallon. And basically you lose like 3-4 kilos like that.
I don't get it. How does taking in all that water make you lose weight?
Your body get used
you
to.
pretended that you're
Yeah.
full.
Yeah, your body get
You
used
just
to
ate
get used
water.
to 8 liters of water, and he's flashing all that. He needs to flash it. He can hold the 8 liters. So when you cut your water down on your waiting day, your body is still flashing 8 liters, you know.
Right. So that's
you're
like
tricking.
the reserves that you
the
have.
reserve we have almost like 20% of water reserved in our body, so your muscles and stuff like hold water. So when you cut water, all that goes out. So you have like your muscles like get
like a raisin. Is that what I'm picturing?
Yeah, like raisin. Yes, like raisin. Exactly. There you get all like crunched up, and you lose weight. But you have to gain it like right away. You have to, after weights, you have to drink some water, you know, proper way, like I drink Regidron, like the stuff you give to
because
kids,
it
or
keeps
when
the
you have-
water.
it keeps the water. It's a lot of
Keeps
with
you from
salt and minerals in
dehydration.
it. You use Powerade, Gatorade, stuff
Right.
like that, you know, and you re-energize and you go fight.
So you have all this water, and then when you weigh in, the day before or the couple days before, you start just eliminating the water, and
Yeah.
you get rid of all the water that's inside of you.
Yeah.
And so when is weigh-in compared to when is the actual competition? How much time
Okay,
do you have
we
to,
have-
to all of a sudden get all that energy back before?
Now we're gonna fight in Abu Dhabi. They have 1 day before waiting, so that's great. I could have actually go down one division.
You could have lost more weight,
yeah,
you're saying.
and fought like weaker guys. But this time I didn't do it. But probably next time I'll do it. And the other competition, IBGGF, which is like International Brazilian Jiu Jitsu Federation. I fought Europeans in January 22nd, and you wait right before you step on a mat for your fight. Right before you step on a mat, so you can't do much water cut because you don't have time to load yourself with water.
Right.
So
you'll be weak if you do it that way, right?
Yeah, very weak.
Well, you said you're married, right?
Yes.
Did you find your wife here or in
Yeah,
America?
yeah,
Is she
yeah.
Armenian?
Yes, she's Armenian. I fought my amazing, beautiful wife when I while in school.
What's her name?
Mane.
Hello,
Babas.
Mane.
Hello, Mane. I hope you're listening.
Yeah, I got a bachelor's degree from Yerevan State University, but I'm in psychology. That university gave me only one thing though, is my beautiful wife.
Oh, psychology helped.
The greatest thing in my life, but I didn't learn much psychology.
Does your family? Well, your son cannot blame you for coming back because he's too little. But does
they're
your
coming
wife?
with me. I'm taking them with me to competition. They're gonna
Wow,
stay
cool.
there. Yeah. My
But-
son, he's 1 year and 4 months old. Amazing guy. He's.
Are you
like-
gonna teach him?
Yeah, of course. I'm already trying to teach him.
Oh,
Yeah, he's
I
an amazing athlete. He fights
I can
already.
picture
Yeah.
that little guy having the
Yeah,
Yeah, the little thing and
He's
the
amazing.
pacifier in his
Pacifier
mouth,
and
wrestling.
going.
Yeah.
yeah. Actually, this year already, I'm gonna make a little gi for him, the kimono,
No
and
way.
take him just to play over there. You know,
That's gonna
be
be
on
cute.
a mat.
Awesome.
Was your wife agreed with you on the idea of coming back to Armenia, or
Oh I met her
did she-
here. So
Oh.
after I came back. So, but yeah,
Oh,
she's
okay,
very.
I see.
I had a talk a few years ago when we just got married about maybe if I can provide here, maybe we have to leave.
Right.
She was against it with like hands up boxing me, you know? Like, no way, we're not leaving.
No, you're
Armenia.
lost your family fight.
Yeah. I always lose in a family.
Love is a losing game, they say. So everything is correct.
So why did she want to stay in Armenia? What was it that really pushed her?
I don't know, because probably, you know, she feels, first of all, she feels safe here.
Yeah.
I think all of us do.
Yeah, I
No?
agree.
It's-
Safest place I've ever been.
Safest place for us, safest place for anybody, I think.
So you're happy that your son is growing up here?
Yeah, I am. I'm not happy with some little things. Actually, they're not little. They're big things.
Yeah,
We have to-
some little big
yeah.
issues that
We have to work on it, all of us together. Like people like Rafi, they come here. It's amazing. They bring so much, and it's so good for us who live in Armenia. Like to have people like this to come here and bring some,
New experience.
they bring a lot of new stuff that people here need,
Yeah.
especially after communism, after Soviet Union, after getting used to just robbing each other,
Yeah.
stealing from each other and stuff like that, which is communist thing.
I think one of the important things repats bring with them is the hope and belief that it's still worth to come back to this country.
Also, there's a lot of professionals. They come, they bring professional ways of dealing with stuff. Our people in Armenia not professional, not used to being professionals. They're not taking their jobs seriously. They're not taking their profession seriously. So we have to kind of teach them how to be a professional, let's say, parliament member.
Let's say.
For example, correct? Yeah, it's a collaborative process.
Or a
right?
driver, taxi driver. It doesn't matter, bro. But you have to be professional
Yeah.
to do it.
Andre, how was America different from the movies? From the American movies?
It's not a lot different.
You think?
It's the same shit. Yeah. Depends on the movie you watch.
Okay.
Depends on the movie you watch.
You know what movie are you thinking about right now?
Blood in, Blood out.
Text?
Go watch that.
You just chose a really obscure film. Blood in, Blood out. That was the one from the 80s, late 80s or early 90s?
90s. About Mexicans.
Gang life in,
Yeah.
in California and
Yeah.
fighting.
And Once Upon a Time in America.
Yeah.
Okay.
Blood in, Blood out. I feel like I know 5 people that have seen that film.
Or American Me.
What do you do for fun?
For fun. Right now.
Right now and in
for
general.
fun.
When you're not cutting weight, let's say.
Yeah, when I'm
Because
not
right now,
cutting
the
weight.
only thing for fun is fighting, yeah?
Okay, I'm just spending time with my family. That's the greatest fun I get right now. I used to love clubbing, stuff like that. But right now, for me, the best fun time is spending time with my wife and my kid.
What do you guys do together?
We walk, we talk. If we play, we read books. Like right now, I read books for my son and stuff.
Uh-huh. What
But
language
beside that,
What language are you reading?
Armenian.
Armenian?
Because he's watching a lot of cartoons in English.
Uh-huh.
So,
I'm always curious. So what languages is your son going to learn?
Armenian for sure. It's his native language.
course, yeah,
He's
yeah.
gonna be thinking in Armenian, I think.
Right.
You don't think in Armenian, right?
Only when I have to. Only when I'm having a conversation.
'Cause my
and I'm
brother
trying to
too.
think of how do I say this in Armenian, then it suddenly starts clicking. But it's not native for me.
English number one. I think it just clicked in my mind. Maybe Chinese.
Your son's going to learn Chinese?
I'm thinking one of the best things we can learn right now is Chinese.
Because we have everything. And we
Yeah,
have
Chinese
made in
taking
China on
over,
everything.
Chinese taking over. You never know. Maybe next big thing after America is China.
That's what they say. They've been saying that for a few years now.
We're gonna come back after a short break. We have still 20 minutes to go. This is Homesick at Home with our wonderful guest Andre and Rafi
And the lovely Ina MK.
thank you.
Radio One. Կարասում մենք
With this evil laugh.
That always cracks me up. I hope other people like that. Because I practiced all my life to do that laugh, that evil laugh.
And now you finally
laugh.
found a place where you can use it.
I finally have an outlet. Yeah.
Andre, what are the tips to people who want to be a leader in whatever they do?
Right.
Be
Work.
that sports, I don't know, teaching, their profession.
Yeah. First of all, you have to work hard on yourself. That's the first thing you have to do. Work hard. Work hard. Hard work always pays off. So work hard. Always have your goal, and no matter what obstacles you get, no matter what stands on your way, you just go straight. Go. Always grow. If you stop growing, you're going back. So each day you wake up, you have to have one thing in your mind, that this day gonna be better than last one. You're gonna grow more today. You're gonna work harder today, and it's basic solutions. Simple. Work hard. That's
So
it.
psychology helped you somehow. I see some.
I don't know. That's martial arts. No, that's not psychology. That's martial arts. Martial arts teach you to work hard for your stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
And how to fight with the disappointments, with lows, the psychology.
With that,
psychological
with
part.
just hard work. Because always you're gonna get disappointed. Always. Your ego gonna get smashed. No matter what, you're gonna have somehow one time in your life, your ego gonna get smashed.
Yeah, if you're lucky, it's one time, right?
Yeah, but it can get. You can start practicing Jiu Jitsu, come to a gym, and your ego gonna be smashed every day.
But they
'Cause
say
every day you're gonna be choked out. You're gonna
You're really
be,
selling the gym now, you know?
yeah, you're gonna be you're gonna be like in very bad situations, and that helps you to grow stronger. Just
that's
like
what
that.
I completely agree. Like, because I like how you said it's about being a leader, because you're a teacher and you're not. I've always felt like, let me say, I started with karate and I didn't do it for very long, but there's just so many other things that are taught while you're learning martial arts or a discipline, and they're life skills. Yeah. So what are some of those things that you're teaching, as well as how to do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu?
Okay, one of those. There's many things. First of all, you teach people to leave their ego. Ego doesn't help you in life generally. Ego is one thing that stands on your
Destructive.
way. Yeah, you have to put your ego away and be open. Try to be as open as you can to soak up new things, and just deal with problems without having your ego smashed, like when you involve your ego into it, you get depressed. You become
break.
you break. You just become a piece of little thing that stays on a couch.
That's
Cries all day.
I like the way you describe it.
I know, me too.
Sits on a couch.
So what you gotta do is go there and train, right? Next thing, it's humbleness. You have to be humble. You can be all like big about yourself and stuff like that and learn. You can learn. To be able to learn, you have to be humble. You
Right.
have to bow
It sounds like
to your teacher to learn from.
you have to accept that, and it ties in with the ego. You have to accept that you don't know the answers, right? That's what.
Yeah. And other thing is discipline. You have to keep pushing yourself to go there, be on that
to
mat
get up from
every
that
day.
couch
Yeah,
and from
be
being
be
that
on
little
that
thing
mat.
That
on the
little thing on the
couch.
couch.
Yeah, that little crunched up thing on the couch. Don't be like Hamyak,
Hamyak, hamster.
hamster.
So does the leader have any phobias? Do you?
Phobias?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess I do.
What are they?
Uh,
Cockroaches?
no,
Rats?
no cockroaches, no rats. I love animals, any kind. What are my phobias?
Elevators?
You always put people on the spot with this question. I love it. It just comes out of
yeah.
left field, and all of a sudden,
I
But you
have
should
some
have
phobia, but I
something.
can't get it. What is it? I wanna just trying to find my phobia.
A phobia of
Oh, heights.
Oh, there you go.
Heights. Yeah.
Which is why you fight on the ground. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't get much lower than wrestling on the ground.
Yeah. Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, you're the guy in the bottom.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it's a good point. So for anyone who doesn't actually know what is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, what
Brazilian
makes it
Jiu-Jitsu.
different from other fighting disciplines, tell us a little bit about this sport.
Okay, I train a lot karate, stand-up fighting, right?
Right.
Karate and other stuff. I did little Muay Thai, little boxing, little here and there.
And those are all
But-
stand-up fighting.
Stand-up fighting. But you realize one thing. Almost 95% of the fights end up on the ground. Real fights. So when the fight goes to the ground, what you gonna do there? You lost. Even you can be a Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson even said that once, that he can do shit against Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. You can be Mike Tyson. You're a lion, like Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
You're a lion, right? Boxer is a great puncher. He's a lion. And lion don't know how to fight in the ocean. Lions drown in oceans. But jiu-jitsu fighters are sharks. And a real fight is an ocean. You know, you end up on the ground, you're in the ocean, you're drowning. You don't know what to do. You're just trying to find something to catch to not drown.
I see. Yeah.
And you're gonna drown because I'm gonna choke you out, bro. You know? That's basic jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu is about being even a weaker guy, very weak, like Helio Gracie, the founder of jiu-jitsu, Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Okay, let me just give little walk about history of jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, please do.
Jiu-jitsu, Brazilian jiu-jitsu started in Brazil in 1930s when a guy named Maeda from Japan, Japanese guy, went there and started teaching judo. But the roots of judo are jiu-jitsu, right? So back in the day, that was still different judo than today's judo. It was still ground fighting, lots of stuff like that. But and they learned judo from Maeda and Helio Gracie and Carlos Gracie, his brother, and they start kind of changing it to fit their way of fighting. So Helio Gracie was weak and physically he wasn't a big guy, and he started using a lot of ground fighting, holding his opponent on the ground, making him tired, and applying some kind of submission on him or choking him. Like there is the most famous choke in jiu-jitsu called Helio Gracie choke. He loved that choke. It's cross collar choke. You just grab the collars and choke.
Can you show it on Ida for us?
Oh no.
No.
I'm going home.
But yeah, so that's how jiu-jitsu start progressing from there, mainly focusing on the ground. Okay, we have self-defense techniques that help you to fight anybody anyway, don't matter how big he is in a street, against a street fighting, that many other martial arts don't teach nowadays, especially. Also, jiu-jitsu provides one thing: on one-on-one fight, single combat, jiu-jitsu can beat any martial art.
By the way, can you show some tricks on Rafi? I like that idea. For our listeners who are watching.
Yeah, everybody is welcome
but we
to
have
come,
people who are watching us right now.
Those
some
people can
self-defense
come or-
trick, like
Let me say, Andre already did show this on me,
Yeah.
and that's how we met. So
Really?
what happened is my brother was visiting, and my brother loves fighting.
And you were trying to steal his wallet.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't get very far, right? But my brother loves fighting, and so he found a local organization which does the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and he got in touch with Andre. And then after talking with Andre, Andre said, everyone's welcome. And so they organized together, have these beginners class for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And so it was me, as well as like 3 or 4 other guys who had never done this sport before in our lives. Andre brought us into his studio, and we started learning the basics about, how to move, how to roll, how to get into some very basic holds. And it kicked my butt.
I-
It was so intense, man. I was so sore the next day, but it was a great workout. It was
Yeah,
fantastic.
It is, and I invite everybody who listening us right now. We give free classes, 1 week free. Just come over, train. You know, if you like it, stay.
Where is it? Can you
Yeah,
tell us a little
I'll
bit,
give
us
you.
a bit of
We have
information?
a Facebook page. It's called. We have one Brazilian Jiu Jitsu Yerevan.
Mm-hmm.
We have one Rio Grappling Armenia.
Mm-hmm.
We have one BJJ Armenia. So we have 3 Facebook pages.
Uh-huh.
We'll
that-
tag one of them
all right,
and
yeah.
attach to the
Yeah.
post that we're
and
gonna do.
and everybody is
people who want
welcome
to
to
find
come take a free class, and also girls.
What are the age restrictions?
None, but
His son is 1 year old, and he's already started.
My
None.
son is almost 4. Can he try?
to really start training, they need to be a little older. So the kids that age that come to train, usually we do some just playing with
Just
them.
fun,
Yeah,
yeah.
they just play around and go home, you know.
Yeah.
But because it's wrong to teach them like martial arts. They have to be certain age to
Choking little
to-
kids.
Yeah, no choking. No choking till like 12, 13 years old. Kids, then they learn choke and stuff like that. Yeah, but it's a great thing. It's also great self-defense, especially for women against violence, like habitual acts of physical violence against women, right? Again, like rape. Let's say somebody wanna rape you, they gotta put you on the ground, on your back. So that's the strongest place for a jiu-jitsu practitioner, when you're on your back and somebody on the top of you, and you just can play around and choke them out so easy you can't even imagine. The rape is gonna be raped right there.
Dear women,
So
find this guy. He's gonna teach you.
yeah. So around the world, it been like many cases that women actually choke their rapists out. Like recently, it was one in Dubai. Some American girl, sailor girl,
Uh-huh.
you know, she put the guy in a triangle hold. Some Pakistani guy choked him out
Really?
and took him to police. Yeah.
And she was trained in jiu-jitsu?
Yeah,
or?
jiu-jitsu fighter. Yeah. Also, there's YouTube videos that jiu-jitsu girls just smashing some rubber or something. Like there is one about a Brazilian video that jiu-jitsu champion, a girl, she just holding that guy in a submission hold and just slapping him around like
Right.
the guy is
Hey,
crying.
dear Armenian women, if you want to choke your boyfriend who's not treating you right, go ahead and find Andre. He's gonna teach you some
Yeah,
tricks.
jiu-jitsu is a lot of fun. Beside being a martial art, it's also a great workout.
Yeah.
For non-professional people, you know, you don't have to come and be a professional jiu-jitsu fighter. You come over there, you have fun. You have fun. You meet people. You roll around. You know, you have your share. You know, you leave your bad energy on the mats. Your sweat.
Can you look at it like a workout, or
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
absolutely.
Also a great workout.
And
for
I think it's
people
one of
who
those.
wanna lose weight, for instance?
Yeah,
mean.
I was gonna say, I think it's one of those kind of sports where you don't really build mass when you do jiu-jitsu. You build strength because you're often, you're just holding people
It's
like this, and you're
I
only
just was
using your
reading-
own strength. Yeah.
I just was reading an article today about some scientists talking about how to lose weight correctly, like running and stuff. It's very incorrect way to lose
Cardio.
weight. Cardio is very incorrect way to lose weight.
Really? Why?
Yeah, because if you don't build if you don't do resistant exercise with resistance, like
Yeah.
running and stuff, they don't have no resistance, right? So if you don't do resistance exercise, you don't. I don't know how that works, but your muscles don't get. You don't. Oh yeah, your RPR doesn't grow.
What's that?
Your resting.
Resting heartbeat? Or...
No, your resting. it's basically a stuff you burn your calories while you rest.
Uh-huh.
If it's up, if it's high, then it's all about your metabolism.
Yeah. I think I've got a high one of those because I eat a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
and I'm still relatively
Yeah,
thin.
if I eat for a week or two and don't train, I'm gaining like 10 kilos right away.
Well, nice.
Oh, our show has come to an end, unfortunately. Yeah, we have like 2 more minutes to go, and we're about to close up. So,
Okay.
is there anything you would like to add and advise to our listeners
Yeah, just I would
who
love.
are thinking, and they're not brave enough to just make a decision to come to your gym?
Don't just be brave or don't just do it. It's not about
Just decide.
yeah, just make it happen. Just make it happen, and just be positive. Always, that's what I wish to our nation. Be positive.
Nice.
We need positivity.
Thank you. We really enjoyed you in our studio.
Thank you very much.
And
Yeah,
I
thank you,
enjoyed
Andre. Thank
being
you for
here.
coming.
Enjoyed
Yeah,
this
it was
positive
great.
energy exchange.
You guys are great. Thank you.
Oh, thanks.
I hope to
And-
see you again.
We hope to see you again, and we hope to hear about your success in your
Yeah,
tournament.
Please,
we
please
wish you
let us
great
know.
luck.
Hope so. Yeah, I do my best.
Dear listeners, this was Homesick at Home evening English speaking show. Have a great weekend and have a great Friday night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.